welcome back.
Hi there.
Exiles TV for this Wednesday. Today is the 9th of December as we inch closer and closer to Christmas time. Got the tree up, Bill?
I got the tree up.
Got the tree decorated, Bill?
Not 100% not.
Neither do I.
Karen does a lot of very intricate decorating. My job is I fetch. When she says, bring me this, I bring it. And I get a lot of don't touch that.
Yeah.
But now, she has decorated like our mantelpiece and all that very, very ornately. So, but have you done your Christmas shopping yet?
No and yes. About 75% of our Christmas shopping this year is being done
Online.
Either Amazon or Walmart. Walmart's online shopping experience has gotten wonderful over the last few years. So there's only a few things left to buy. We all decided with COVID-19, and it's been a rough year in general, that for my family's Christmas, none of the adults are going to exchange gifts. We just all decided, of course, I'm going to give something to my mom. It's my mom.
Yeah.
But none of the adults are going to exchange gifts. We're just going to, save our money and buy gifts for the little kids. In this case, it'd be the great grandchildren, and they're a great bunch. But so that's going to be it's going to be a short shopping list this year, and I'm thinking it's going to be kind of a low key Christmas too.
Well, it's funny. There is one thing that I have gotten for my wife every year since we've been married. And I used to have 5 places locally where I could get this one thing. And it has dwindled over the years to 1 last Christmas, and now it's none.
Well, I remember last Christmas there was a little difficulty in getting that gift. You were wondering, am I going to be able to get it or not?
Yeah. So I was able.
What's the gift?
I'm not going to tell you.
Karen's probably watching.
Santa Claus has to bring it. But we need to get him an Ed McMahon style microphone over there. So, what's the gift?
I'm telling you, we ought to mic Clarence while the show's on.
But anyway, I was able to get it online. Well, and while I was there, Amazon, and I use them for like electronics and all that. There were 2 other things that I thought I could get locally at a great big store that has 3 locations here in town. And they're like, nope. And right there. So I got the stuff. Now, all of them, do you want to join Prime for $12.99 a month and we'll have it there Friday? No. Okay, well, then it'll be there between the 18th and the 22nd. But they're usually pretty good about that.
Best reason, in my opinion, to sign up for Prime is all that there's a lot of really great entertainment on Amazon Prime for streaming. I mean, there's a lot of really great stuff to watch on Amazon Prime. And there's another reason I love Amazon Prime is there's a lot of old school trash. The kind of crap you used to see on Saturday afternoon on your local TV station, Amazon Women on the Moon, that kind of thing. That's
anything with Julie Newmar in it.
Amazon Prime or Sybil Danning. Amazon Prime has a lot of old trash science fiction, adventure, and monster movies, and so I've become kind of a Prime freak. But it's going to be a low-key Christmas this year, and I think it's going to be for a lot of people.
Well, and again, a lot of people are still mulling over whether they want to do their big family, multi-generational get-togethers. I almost said gets-together. Get-togethers.
In some neighborhoods,
again,
gets-togethers.
You've got, the son and daughter are in Raleigh. The kid is 12 years old, and he goes to school there, and you don't know what the kid has brought to mom and dad and what they might be bringing. Or they may say, we don't want you to come to Raleigh because we don't know what you've been doing. So there are going to be a lot of very small...
Your family members don't necessarily want the little COVID gift that keeps on giving, huh?
You know what there is a shortage of? I'm not kidding. Small turkeys, like 8 or 9 pound turkeys.
Like serve 4,
and
2.
And small spiral sliced hams. You know, you can go out and find all the 15-pounders you want all day, every day.
We had a small crowd for Thanksgiving. And so, and just because of circumstances, we decided to let Rouse's catered Thanksgiving, and they did a great job. But there were only 4 of us for Thanksgiving. Well, 5 of us for Thanksgiving dinner. But still, we had so much turkey left over. I mean, just so much turkey left over after the meal was over. Marianne and I wound up making like 6 turkey pies and sticking them in the freezer.
Well, see, I don't mind leftover turkey. I don't mind that. It won't be left over long in my presence.
Turkey sandwiches on Friday, turkey sandwiches on Saturday, turkey sandwiches again on Sunday, but then time to make the turkey pies.
Well, you can also do turkey gumbo.
We're not gumbo people. We like the pies.
Like the pies?
The pies are better in the
turkey pot pie is nice.
But that's some good ones.
We got, I guess, the Saturday before Thanksgiving, just to kind of eat for ourselves and prepare other things with, we got a spiral sliced ham, and the smallest one I could find was 12 pounds. Last night, I was cutting the part that they don't spiral slice off the bone and wrapping it for the freezer so I can use it for like soups and stock, and there was just so much left over. Because it was just the 2 of us eating it. All right. Well, anyway, good luck with your Christmas shopping. We've got more coming up, including, we're going to tell you about a pay raise for BRPD. And then after that segment, we will have Crime Stoppers help us catch some bad guys and bad girls. And I don't mean like naughty, I mean like the really bad ones.
There's a lot of them. I actually think I witnessed some bad boys and bad girls encountering the sheriff's office yesterday in my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it seemed like maybe they had been caught red-handed doing a little porch piracy.
Oh, were they up against the car?
They were well, what I saw was they were standing near the car with a police officer, a deputy standing very close to them, and packages were coming out of the trunk of the car and going into the back of the sheriff's office vehicle.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think we caught some porch pirates. Quick break. We'll be right back with Exiles TV.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hi, I'm Bobby Yarborough with Manda Fine Meats. Here at Manda, we know what the folks of South Louisiana love. They love great flavored smoked sausage, delicious deli meats, and specialty items like boudin and andouille sausage. Manda Fine Meats has been providing these products since 1947. We produce them right here in Baton Rouge, so you know you're always getting the freshest product at your local grocery store. Manda Fine Meats. Taste the fresh local flavor in everything we make. Make it Manda every time.
Desire in your eyes, but you can't keep it in your heart. 'Cause misery loves company. 'Cause misery loves company. Cold and hungry like a dog in the street. I get a raw deal every.
Hey, we're back with Exiles TV. A quick note, our governor was at the White House yesterday for a big COVID-19 event. John Bell Edwards said yesterday he expects the state to quickly administer its first 2 weeks of coronavirus vaccine doses to healthcare workers within 48 hours of receiving said shipments, which could begin sometime this month.
The last place I want to go right now for any kind of meeting is the White House. They've infected more people than we killed at Hiroshima with the atomic
Yep.
bomb.
I think anything at the White House is, what do they call them, a super spreader event?
Good God almighty. So when's he going to get diagnosed?
I don't know. It's kind of amazing he hasn't, because one of the criticisms of our governor is that he doesn't always observe social distancing and doesn't always wear a mask when he should. Louisiana is holding weekly logistics discussions to ready for distributing and administering a vaccine and expects to receive 39,000 doses in its first shipment week and 40,000 vaccines the following week. Well, good. That's 79,000 out of 4.5 million of us. How many Louisianans do you, if you had to guess, what kind of percentage do you think of that 4.5 million will willingly say, yes, please, vaccine?
I would hope it would be in the 80s.
I'm not one of these anti-vax people, and I'm not that nervous about this vaccine. You know, a lot of people think that it's Bill Gates is going to put a computer chip in your arm.
Jesus.
There's all sorts of interesting theories.
My head already hurts enough.
Some people think that the chemtrail stuff is actually in the vaccine now, so you don't have to wait for the chemtrails.
Everybody knows it's not in the vaccine. It's in your tap water. Mm-hmm. That's why they got that big increase 2 years ago to put that in.
I'm sorry, as I've said a couple of times before, when this thing's available, especially if my health care will pick up the cost of it, boom.
I will tell you this, having been at close hand with these things in my adult life, I will not stand in line to see the Rolling Stones, okay? But I will stand in line
Why would you want to stand in line to see those old farts?
They're still pretty good old farts, and I'm an old fart. But I will stand in line to get a new vaccine or a new treatment. I mean, when they said, hey, you qualify for the super duper flu shot, man, my shirt was coming off, and then I said, or do you want the butt? You know, but I mean, I'm ready. Mm-hmm. If they got somebody down the street with a delivery truck that can wield the needle, I'll stop the truck and have them stick it in me.
Meanwhile, right now in Louisiana, 1,516 people hospitalized as of yesterday, currently in hospitals with COVID-19. However, the number of deaths related to infections is starting to dwindle.
That's good.
And that's a good indication.
Speaking of dwindling, I guess this is a dwindle up.
Do things dwindle up?
Yeah, well, I don't want to call it anything but a dwindle, but the East Baton Rouge Parish Metro Council approved a 3% pay raise for officers of BRPD.
Wow, 3%.
It's a dwindle, isn't it?
That's 3. Wait a minute, 3% of what's 3% of diddly?
Squat. Well, and you know, it's better than nothing.
It is better than nothing, and I'm glad that they're giving them something. But I liked the plan that was going to give each officer $10,000 a year raise.
Yeah.
I like that plan.
Well, this is the first raise officers have had since 2015, and that was a magnificent 2%.
2%.
And it was all city parish employees.
How magnanimous.
Yeah. Chief Paul says, look, it's the first step. We're going to continue to work through the next budget cycle.
And I think he's sincere when he says that.
Oh, yeah.
I think he wants to pay his officers
He knows
more
that
money.
they need to make more money. Yeah. They will see the raises before January 1st, so it's like immediate, so that's good. No new taxes. The $1.8 million will come by identifying efficiencies within the police department's initial budget. Now, we in broadcasting know about identifying efficiencies. Here's your pick slip.
Yeah, exactly. Bill and I were efficiencies that were identified. Clarence was an identified efficiency.
Officer Jones, what do you mean you want gasoline in that patrol car? You can walk it. Efficiencies. We know what efficiencies mean.
What's the mission? Well, we want to sell tacos, so we need to identify some efficiencies. Still smarting after a year and a half. Shame on me.
Now, they did add another deputy chief, which will be 4, I believe. This was not a unanimous vote. 4 council members voted against that. Matt Watson, Scott Wilson, Dwight Hudson, and Denise Amoroso. So anyway, they want to get a bigger raise, and they're still 29% below comparable agencies. So hopefully our police officers will get a merit raise to go along with this 3%, and then they'll find a way to get them some more. But God knows, this is long overdue.
Here's the number I'd like to see. How many people have entered law enforcement, working for the BRPD, gotten their training up, gotten some seasoning, a couple years behind their belt. They're now an experienced cop. They know how to do the job. And then we lose them to sheriff's office or another parish sheriff's office or another municipality or the state police.
Funny thing you should mention that, okay? Mm-hmm. So here's the deal. Here's the numbers. Starting police officer out of the academy is about 32 grand and change a year.
Wow, that's radio money.
Yeah, that's small town radio money. EBRSO, 41,350.
Yeah.
Gonzo, 47,174. A cadet.
Wait a minute, Gonzalez?
Oh yeah. They got some cheese in
Where the
Gonzales.
hell is the tax money coming from?
Those big
all
plants.
of those East Baton Rougeans that have moved to
all
Ascension.
those huge plants.
Yeah, they got plants.
Cadets, they are not even troopers yet. Cadets with Louisiana State Police, just under $51,000.
I'm in the wrong line of work. I need to be a state trooper.
I can see you with a Sam Brown belt.
See, I'm
Those
too
glasses.
fat. That's one thing I'll say for state police. They don't cotton to fat troopers. on
I can
LSD.
see you leaning in the window going, son,
You're in a lot of trouble, boy.
you have any idea how fast you're going? And then they'd say, no, but I'm sure you'll tell me. And you say, as a
Right.
matter of fact, I will.
Son, I smell something peculiar coming from your vehicle.
Yeah? So what else is new?
I think that you need to have a seat on the side of the road while we bring a dog out to search your vehicle.
Yeah.
No, that's good by you. Say that again. 50K.
Almost 51. It's
Well, they're-
59.32.
Well, they're at Academy.
Yes, sir. Sir, yes, sir.
Yeah. Like I said, I got into the wrong line of work. I should have been in law enforcement. You can't see me as a cop at all, can you?
No, and I'll tell you why. Because you start out with, and then you go, aw, but he was trying to get his kitty to the vet.
Yeah.
I know you. You would not be a good cop.
Too wishy-washy.
Now
I'm a
me?
leader. Yeah, you'd be a great cop.
I'd be in court every other week, but I'd be a really good cop.
You'd be the proverbial bad cop of good cop, bad cop.
Yes, yes. Yeah, somebody's got to do
Me,
it.
I'm like I said, I'm a Libra. I'm too wishy-washy. I'd be like, on the other hand, maybe I should let him go.
I'd be like, I'm really sorry your grandma's dying, but that has nothing to do with your right foot on the accelerator. Put your hands behind your back.
One of the organizations that has helped to bring more criminals to justice over the last, how many years, Johnny? 34? 38 years is Crime Stoppers here in the greater Baton Rouge area. We're going to take a break, take care of some business. When we come back, we're going to talk to Jonny Dunnam, Crime Stoppers. What can you do to help curtail crime in your area of town? It's coming up on Exiles TV.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to greystonecountryclub.com.
From appetizers, pasta dishes, and entrees, La Cantea takes pride in preparing all the Italian cuisine we know you love. Enjoy live music every Thursday through Saturday from 6 to 9, happy hour weekdays from 3 to 6, and brunch on Sundays from 11 to 2, as well as dinner portion-sized lunch specials for under $10. Visit our website to view our menu and book a party or meeting in our large banquet room. Once you try La Cantea, your Italian dining will change forever.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. taste the feeling.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bugg Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bugg Show. The only thing missing is you.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis, not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
You could be driving.
Right now, during the Team Honda Upgrade event, get a new 20 Accord Sport for just $309 a month with no money down, no first payment, and no security deposit. It's time to upgrade to your new Honda at Louisiana's #1 new car dealer, Team Honda on Segan Lane.
Hi, welcome back to Exiles TV. Let's talk about crime and how you can stop it. Did you like that entry?
I'm trying to get a little more vigor.
Crime and how you can stop
There we go.
Take part in Crime Stoppers.
Former Deputy Chief of Police for BRPD and now the Executive Director of Crime Stoppers of Greater Baton Rouge, Jonny Dunnam, joins us. Johnny, are we seeing a little bit of an uptick here?
Yeah, in homicides, we've seen a bit of an uptick. Obviously, we surpassed the 2017 record for homicides by 2, I believe, right now. I think we're at 108 parish-wide in the Baton Rouge area. We were at 106 this time in 2017, which was the record. A lot of that has to do, I think, with you've seen the same thing across the country. It's not just here in Baton Rouge, and we've seen about a 225% increase in domestic violence related homicides, from 4 homicides that were domestic violence related last year to 13 this year. So those numbers have a lot to do with it. And I know the chief and other law enforcement agencies have tried to stress catching these domestic violence offenders before they commit these crimes, because usually there's a pattern. You have a pattern of individuals stalking individuals, threatening those their partners before they commit those crimes, and that's one of the reasons I'm here today. 3 of these most wanted that we have that are going to be our most wanted for the week are all domestic violence related.
It's very hard in the situation we're in with COVID and all that, because if you are being battered, you still probably go to work.
Yeah.
And you can tell a friend, help me, call somebody for me.
Right.
He's there right now. But if you're in the same house with the person that's abusing you and you never get any kind of separation,
no separation.
There's no telling how much of this is going on that none of us know about.
That's right. And I think that's why we've seen the increase that we've seen so far this year. That and the stress related to COVID and the lockdowns and everything else. So that's our main focus right now, is these domestic violence homicides. If we can bring those down, I think we can bring the overall.
Well, let's give out a name and a description and tell them what they did, and maybe somebody knows something.
Yeah, the first individual is Patrick O'Brien Chambers. He's a black male. He's about 5'3", 150 pounds. He has a tattoo on his neck that says blood money. On his right hand, he has death and the letter B. On his left hand, he has for dishonor on his left hand. So I guess death before dishonor on his hands tattooed. and on his forehead he's got a cross, I think right between the middle of his eyes. And Patrick O'Brien Chambers, around November 25th, he showed up at his girlfriend's residence and him and another individual set a 2018 vehicle that was parked under the carport of the residence on fire. And then he also, after he set it on fire, he sent some text messages and all to her, threatening her and threatening to burn the car and some other instances.
Terrorizing, right?
Yep, he is wanted for aggravated arson. It's actually a fire department warrant from Baton Rouge Fire Department. Their arson investigators are great guys. They investigate. They're commissioned through Baton Rouge Police Department, but they investigate arsons and other things. And he's also wanted for terrorizing and improper telephone communications and harassment.
Now, do we know anything? Is he a resident of Baton Rouge or the surrounding areas? Do we know if he's got family in any outlying
he's a
area?
resident of Baton Rouge, and he lived in North Baton Rouge. I'm not sure if he's still living at the address that I have listed, but we definitely need help in finding this individual before he does anything else to his partner.
Well, and if you know anything, or even if you think you know something,
yep,
you need to make the phone call to 344-STOP.
Patrick Chambers is his name. And the tattoos, I doubt he can hide the tattoos, even with a mask on. I don't think he'll be able to hide
I
those
screwed
tattoos.
up. We're supposed to have pictures of these people so you could see them, but I'm the one. I messed up, and I apologize. Next time we will have the pictures.
That's no problem.
Is he? You said he's a black male.
He's a black
Can
male.
you see the tattoos distinctly?
You can see the tattoos.
See the cross between his eyes pretty plainly in this photo.
Yeah, if you go to
on the website.
www.crimestoppersbr.com, we have our most wanted, and he is listed on that page, so the public can go to crimestoppersbr.com.
Now, he not only physically abused his victim, but he also, as you said, set her car on fire, made threatening phone calls or texts.
Text, yeah.
Now, is she still in that same home, or has she gotten to safety where he can't necessarily find her again?
Well, hopefully, usually the district attorney's office has a program for domestic violence victims where they can move them to what we consider a safe house. And usually the investigators get in touch and give them the information on how to move safely so that the individuals can't find them that are trying to hurt them.
Do you know from what does the criminal conspiracy charge?
It's the fact that he had another person.
Someone helped him.
Someone
an
helped
accomplice
him.
with him.
That's right.
Who the hell would help somebody do such a thing?
Well, in your experience, in your long experience as a police officer and with Crime Stoppers, once we have a name, and I know you publicize it here on your website, you do radio, you do other television, do these guys ever just say, okay, maybe I'll turn myself in?
Yeah, we do. We get a percentage of the individuals that are on our most wanted list that do turn themselves in. So hopefully if he sees this, that he'll come and turn himself in. But I think the arson investigators and the state police task force, the marshal's task force that track down our fugitive warrants, they're all out looking for him right now.
Well, and I think we need to emphasize that, folks. That's why any little bit of information can help, because we've got more than just one or two people looking for this guy.
That's right.
We got like 4 agencies.
Yep.
They want
Federal
this guy
agencies,
badly.
state agencies, and local agencies.
Yeah, they want this guy before he does something else.
That's right.
All right, who we got next?
Yeah, who's our next?
The next one
miscreant?
is a Dunnam Springs PD warrant. I don't have a lot of information. His name is Christopher D. Cobb. He's a black male. He's 5'6", 160 pounds. Don't have any information on tattoos, but he is wanted for attempted second-degree murder. And so we definitely want to get him.
Obviously, this is again domestic?
We believe this one's domestic as well, yeah. So we want to make sure that we get him off the streets before he actually completes this act.
Does the complaint have any details? I mean, was it fists? Was it a gun?
Livingston's warrants are a little different than EBR's warrants. They don't give a whole lot of detail in regards to the details of the crime. A probable cause is usually in the reports that we just didn't have access to.
Well, if I may ask, drawing upon your experience in law enforcement, to go from domestic abuse battery to attempted second degree, I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's a big increase in it.
Yeah, I mean, that means he put a hellacious beating on somebody.
Well, if
Or
he
put his hands around her neck.
Well, that would be domestic abuse strangulation.
Ah.
There is a specific charge for that, and that is a felony. So if he'd strangled her, it would probably be domestic abuse.
Let's give
battery.
his name and general description
His name
one
is
more time.
Christopher D. Cobb. His middle initial is D. He's 5'6", 160 pounds, and he's a black male. And he is 20 years old.
And if I
20.
may add, by way of description, he's a fairly nice-looking kid, and he's got medium-length dreadlocks.
Yeah.
The skin is of a lighter, a caramel complexion.
And this is in Dunnam Springs.
Dunnam Springs. That's right.
If you know anything, if you think you know something, if you may have known one of his friends and heard something, make the call, please, 344-STOP. You do not have to give your name. And if your information leads to his arrest, you may get a cash reward.
That's
or you
right.
will get a cash
You'll
reward.
definitely get a
Excuse
cash reward. That's right. And we'll pay these rewards upon arrest, not wait for an indictment like we do with homicides. Homicides, we usually wait for an indictment before we pay.
Before we get to the next one, because we've got another segment to go, how many of the people you see with this are frequent flyers?
A vast majority, especially domestic violence cases, you usually have several arrests. They almost always have prior arrest for some type of stalking, some type of domestic abuse battery, something like that. I know the last one that we'll get to, I think he had several prior arrests.
And some of these, and they are generally male, so I'm going to say some of these guys, it's not the same victim every time.
No, it's not. It's prior girlfriends, prior individuals that they have relationships with, and so no, it's not their first offense and not their first victim.
That's a real shame. I'll tell you what. Let's start this next one, and then we'll
Okay.
take a break. And we'll come back on the other side and recap all of them.
The last one is Shedrick D. Lanault, and it's spelled Lanaute, and he's a black male. Is born in '86. He's 5'6" tall and weighs almost 200 pounds. And in this particular incident, back on October the 11th, he broke into an apartment that he thought his girlfriend was in, and then when she wasn't there, he fled. And then on the next day, on Thursday, October 12th, he did catch up with the victim, and he battered her at around 2:30 that morning on the 12th. And then again, he went back to her residence on October 12th at around 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and he battered her again. And this time she had a 6-month-old child in her hand, and he struck the child with an open fist. So he is he's wanted for unauthorized entry of an inhabited dwelling, domestic abuse battery, second offense, and cruelty to juveniles and damage to property. So
Wow.
all felony.
Whoa.
What a sweetheart.
We're going to tell you more about Shedrick and look at some other Crime Stoppers cases and issues after this break. We got to pay some bills. So if you'll stick around, we'll be right back with Crime Stoppers Executive Director Jonny Dunnam on Exiles TV in just one moment.
Surprise, something good has finally happened in 2020. Yours truly, the Clarence Bugg Show, gets to be with you every day of the week. That's right, 11 to 12 every weekday. And of course, the Exiles right in front of yours truly from 10 to 11, yours truly 11 to 12. So now it's appointment viewing. 5 days a week here on the Pelican. The Clarence Bugg Show. The only thing missing is you.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Whirlpool savings. Shop now and save on Whirlpool appliances throughout the store. Plus, experience our price match guarantee and ask about special financing.
You can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day.
Bolello's Furniture and Appliances, your dependable independent with nationwide buying power.
Hello guys, it's Debbie. It's time. I've got a brand new location. 10510 Airline Highway, Baton Rouge, next to After 5 Tuxedos. We have the perfect spot to get all your wedding and formal wear needs. Come see our one-of-a-kind name brand and get great prices. With 30 years experience, the best customer service anywhere. It's Debbie's Bridal, Airline Highway, Baton Rouge. See you soon.
Hi, I'm Hurricane Betsy Barnes.
And I'm Dr. Kay Siller with the Rocket Right Show.
We are two busy blondes on the go showing off life in Louisiana.
Watch us on Pelican Sports Network.
And Talk 107.3 FM. Check local listings for times.
I owed the IRS $10,000.
The IRS garnished my wages.
They put a lien on my house.
I'm self-employed and didn't report all my income. They claim I owe a lot more than I do.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency in the world. They do not give up until you pay.
I couldn't sleep. We were being audited. I called Tax Solutions Now, and a great big weight was lifted off my shoulders.
I called Tax Solutions Now, and they got the IRS off my back.
Tax Solutions Now had my wage garnishment lifted in 48 hours.
Tax Solutions Now can get you help. Our agents know the rules, can stop the pain, and get you the best deal.
Tax Solutions Now saved my business.
I qualified for the Fresh Start program. I paid less than I owed.
We connect you with a team of former IRS agents and tax professionals who get the IRS off your back. Time is running out. Call Tax Solutions now.
Call 800-778-4345. 800-778-4345.
We're back with Exiles TV, and our guest is Jonny Dunnam, Executive Director of Crime Stoppers, formerly with the BRPD, a long and illustrious career there. And Jonny, thanks for being with us. The one thing that we always like to remind people of when we're talking about Crime Stoppers is this is painstakingly made to be a completely anonymous system.
That's right. It is completely anonymous. When you call in Crime Stoppers, there's no caller ID. We don't know who you are. You're given a code number, so we don't ask for your name or anything else. You will take that code number, keep it, remember it, whatever you can do, and then check back on your information. If your information pans out and we've made an arrest on the information that you've provided, we schedule you for one of our paydays, and we pay off once a month. We'll have you go to a local area bank with your ID number and not your name. You'll have it written on a piece of paper along with the code word for the day, and you will send that money in to the teller, and the teller knows, because the bank that we will send you to, they'll have the money already there, the cash in the envelope, and they'll know that that particular code number gets this envelope full of cash, and they'll send it back to you. So you don't necessarily even have to go to pick up the money. If you feel uncomfortable, you can send somebody to pick up the money, as long as they have the proper paperwork to pick it up. They can pick it up as well. You just better trust who you send, because they're getting cash money, and there's no telling whether they're going to give you that money back.
What about a person that wants to, I was going to say use the word snitch, but that's got such a negative connotation. Someone who wants to inform on somebody that you're looking for. What if they're nervous about their phone records or text message records?
We don't keep track of any of that. We have a P3 app. Like if you go to the App Store or Google Play or the Apple App Store, you can download P3, which is an app that's developed nationwide. All the Crime Stoppers use the P3 app. You can pick Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers in the drop-down menu as the local Crime Stoppers that you want to deal with. And through that P3 app, you can submit video, pictures, names, information, and it's all secured on servers that we don't have any access to track or trace those where that information's coming from, the IP addresses or anything.
Well, in all these years, have you ever had anybody
No, we have never, and we've had a couple of court cases where defense attorneys have tried to get the information. We don't have the information to give them. You know, we don't have access to the IP addresses. We don't have access to the phone numbers of the individuals that call, and it's been upheld numerous times in court. So we've never had to release the identity of anybody in 38 years in Crime Stoppers.
Now, you know, when we have you on, we get to 3 or 4 people that, you believe we really ought to try to grab quickly.
Yep.
Because of the severity or the violence of their actions or the frequency if it's a financial crime. But certainly you all must have hundreds of cases on your docket.
Yeah. Well, there are a lot of cases. We've in 38 years, we've paid out over $2 million in rewards.
Wow.
Been involved in over 14,000 felony arrests. So we have a lot of cases and a lot of work. And Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers covers an 8-parish area. It's not just Baton Rouge. It's great. It's actually considered Greater Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers. We cover Livingston, Ascension, East and West Baton Rouge, Point Capee, East and West Feliciana, and Iberville parishes. So we run the gamut. I mean, the vast majority of the calls and information we get are in Baton Rouge, just because of the amount of population here and the amount of crime that we have here.
Well, and again, we also see it's not just a crime of physical violence. We see a lot of financial crimes, people using fraudulent or stolen access cards, people who steal from their employer and get into the wind. They're probably harder to catch.
It depends. Not usually not. I mean, the people that are the hardest to catch sometimes are the ones that, and they flee. They try to run out of state, and I don't know if we've really had too many that have left the country, but they usually try to run out of state. But we have the U.S. Marshals Task Force that helps us, and they do a great job of recovering those individuals that go out of state. Like my old partner told me in burglary years ago, look, they can run, but the earth's round and you're not going to fall off. So,
Yeah.
and you will definitely get caught at some point.
Well, yeah, and again, it's like, hey, my company is short 76 grand. Hey, Kay, my bookkeeper's been out sick for 11 days.
Yeah, that should raise a red flag.
Yeah, you get some starting points on some of these.
That's right, yeah, exactly.
What about, we have an increase in violence and homicides. I know our police department, BRPD, and I assume the sheriff, are clearing a higher percentage of homicides than they have in years past.
They are, actually. The clearance rate in Baton Rouge and surrounding areas is well over the national average. I think the national average in most urban cities is like 30-something%, 40%. Our national average for clearance, or our clearance rate average locally, is well over 60%. So the likelihood that you go commit a homicide or any crime, it just depends on the crime, the likelihood you're going to get caught. So the officers are doing a good job. The detectives are doing an outstanding job, having a clearance rate well above the national average that they have.
But Crime Stoppers and the chief, the sheriff, they all say the same thing. They say, we can't do it without input from the public.
You have to have the input from the public. I mean, it's vital in every case, whether it be a burglary case, a financial crimes case, anything. You have to have that tip, that information. The DA's office needs that information a lot of times to be able to prosecute the cases, and so you can't have. It is a partnership, a true partnership between the community and the officers that work in that community to be able to solve crime. Police officers can't do it on their own.
Has the community been more forthcoming with information? I think it probably hit about its worst, maybe summer, fall of 2016, when people just had a really bad feeling about the police.
Yeah, I think after the Alton Sterling killing and all, I think we went through a period where trust in the police and the public kind of took a hit. But we've noticed that we really, in Crime Stoppers, we haven't had a drop off in the amount of call volume that we receive from the community. So it's been good to know that the community, they know if they call Crime Stoppers that they're going to get some type of action taken.
Mechanically, how many calls do you all average a week?
It depends, but usually we can get in a month. I think we average around 200 to 300 calls a month.
That's a lot of calls.
Yeah. So.
Do you ever get calls for a crime you don't know has happened yet?
Yeah, and actually, we recently, the chief had a press conference as he was talking about the homicide rates and the clearance rates, and that the officers are doing their jobs, and the community has been doing their jobs in calling in tips on crimes that have already occurred. But, it doesn't hurt to call in if you have information on crime that you think may occur. We have avenues that we can give that information to, like the street crimes unit. They do what we call interdictions. They'll go out, if they have information that two parties are in a beef, an argument, and one is threatening to kill the other, they'll send somebody out to knock on the door and to talk to that individual. And we did that in 2018 and 2019, and we saw those decreases in crime and the homicide rates. We saw about a 10% decrease each year, so a 20% decrease in that 2-year period by doing things like that, by getting out in front of crime. And so we're kind of asking people that if they have information on crimes that they think are going to occur, they have information that a crime, that somebody's having an issue with somebody and that they're threatening to kill them, to call Crime Stoppers. We'll pass that information on to them and they can do an intervention.
And again, this person, if they're a little worried about their own safety, doesn't have to make that call. You do it for them.
We do it for them. That's right. We have the contacts. They don't have to give their name or any information, where they got the information from. They just need to call us and tell us the information.
Because 911 wants that information.
Well, they're going to, 911 is trackable, obviously, and there's a reason for that. When you call 911, and a lot of times you get 911 and the individuals can't talk, they hang up immediately. So the communications division for the parish has to be able to locate where that call came from so they can dispatch an officer.
Johnny, do you ever foresee a day, especially in our city, where Crime Stoppers isn't needed any longer?
Well, I'd hope to see that day, honestly. I could actually retire completely.
Really retire?
But, it's unfortunate. I think human nature, you're going to always see crime. Hopefully we'll just get it to a level that's so minuscule that it really doesn't affect the vast majority of people.
It would just seem to me that everything is recorded. Your every move is recorded. Now, if you're just going and you're trying doors in carports, chances are somebody's going to get you on security camera.
Somebody's got a security camera out.
And it would just seem, with technology being what it is, eventually the message will start to set in with these knuckleheads.
I think so.
You do the crime, you're going to do time.
I think that's kind of the reason you've seen, even though you've seen an increase in homicides and some violent type crimes, you've seen decreases in burglaries and armed robberies and rapes and things like that. I think you've seen that decrease because of technology. I think technology has helped to leverage the shortage in police department assets and manpower because of the increase in technology. We're able to catch those individuals faster. We have more evidence with cameras and different things. And now with the Real-Time Crime Center being up, and I think they're talking about community share, where people share their exterior cameras with the police department. I think you're going to see even more people getting caught.
Lieutenant, former Deputy Chief Jonny Dunnam, Executive Director of Crime Stoppers of Baton Rouge. The website is crimestoppersbr.com.
And you can check our Facebook page at Baton Rouge Crime Stoppers.
Johnny, we'll see you again soon.
Yep.
And we'll have the pictures next time.
There we go.
Because I won't forget to do it.
I should have texted you and let you know I sent the email.
I'm getting feeble-minded in my old age. Back in a moment to wrap it up on Exiles TV. Stick around.
Caught spiders? Premier Pest Services.
No one can stop me when I taste the feeling. Nothing could ever bring me down. Nothing could ever bring me down. Taste the feeling.
Hi, I am Dr. Farrell Frugier Jr., and I am a general dentist at Frugier Family Dentistry. I was born and raised in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. I went to Catholic High School, LSU, and LSU School of Dentistry in New Orleans, where I received my DDS degree in 1986. I always have and will continue to be committed to continuing my education, to invest in technology which makes the diagnosis and delivery of dentistry more thorough, more comfortable, and more aesthetically pleasing. In our practice, we are here to serve the patients. We want to improve their quality of life and to develop relationships with our patients. In dentistry, we have a chance to impact lives on a daily basis. not just by doing dentistry, but by getting to know them and being a part of their life. We also believe in giving back to our community. So every year, we give back to the Greater Baton Rouge Food Bank, Toys for Tots, and Mary Bird Perkins Cancer Center. Please stop by and visit our office. We would love to take care of you and your family.
Live and play on the fairway at Greystone Golf and Country Club, a serene, challenging golf destination located in Denham Springs. For tee times and membership opportunities, go to GreystoneCountryClub.com.
Louisiana's #1 Honda dealer welcomes you to our biggest clearance sale of the year, the Happy Honda Days sales event. Get year-end clearance pricing on over 900 new Hondas, plus a complimentary lifetime powertrain warranty with every new Honda. Save thousands on your new Honda right here at Team Honda.
Hi, business owners. Phase 3. Woohoo! But do your customers know you're back? Well, that's where the Clarence Bugg Show and Pelican Broadcasting can help. Right now, we've got great rates on advertising packages to help you get the word out. Shoot me an email at bugsclarence@gmail.com. Or better yet, call me up. I'd love to talk with you. 225-485-6839. Let's get together and make Phase 3 the best it can possibly be.
Got termites? Get Premier Pest. PremierPestServices.com.
Welcome back to Exiles TV. Glad to have you along with us. I'm Bill Perfetta. He's Kevin Gallagher.
That's the rumor.
We'll remind everyone that every time you see us here, you can also see us at 10 o'clock at night. There's a replay of this very show. And then, of course, I guess about 9-10 minutes, Clarence Buggs is on this very set. And you will see Clarence, and he repeats again
at 11 o'clock tonight.
It is just that simple.
And, of course, we maintain the YouTube page. If you're the kind of person who likes streaming on demand, you can watch these programs anytime you like. Go to the YouTube page and search Pelican Broadcasting. Not only can you see Clarence's program, our program, you can see Jonathan's program. We have a number of great quality programs here on Pelican Broadcasting, and you can stream them all at your convenience on YouTube.
And don't be afraid, by the way, to let us know that you're watching the 10 o'clock because you're otherwise busy, at 10 in the morning, that you're watching the evening one. I have had a whole bunch of people lately talking about how, I catch you at 10 o'clock at night. I get my local news at 6. I watch you guys at 10.
We don't do this very often, but if you ever want to reach out and talk to us via email with a comment on a show, or if you've got a show topic that you'd like us to explore, or perhaps pitch your own appearance on the program, you can always reach us, and it's pretty easy. Bill's email address is his first name, Bill at Exiles TV. Run that all together, exilestv.com. And for me, simply Kevin at exilestv.com. And reach out to us, and especially if you've got a great idea for a show, we would love to talk to you about it.
Real quickly, this has been an ongoing case for our United States Army, the violence that has happened at Fort Hood, including a couple murders that were soldier on soldier. Yesterday, the U.S. Army has fired or suspended 14 officers because they failed to address chronic failures in leadership that contributed to a widespread pattern of violence. The Army made a sweeping condemnation of Fort Hood's command hierarchy. This, according to Army Secretary Ryan McCarthy. They fired 3 top commanders and suspended 2. And I'm not talking about lieutenants and captains. I'm talking about generals and colonels.
Birds.
Yeah. Again, you talk about this particular base, which is one of the largest, and it houses 3 full divisions, including the elite 101st Airborne, and they have a Special Forces contingent. This has really really put a stain on the Army that has reached beyond Fort Hood. And by the way, some of the people that have been fired were members of Army's Criminal Investigation Command, known as CID. In other words, they are the Army's NCIS.
Cops. They're investigators.
They are criminal investigators. They apparently were very lax in the way they did their job. And you know, our Secretary of the Treasury, John Schroeder, is a former Army CID officer, or agent they're called. And next time we have him on, or maybe schedule a special with him to talk about how Army CID conducts investigations and what possibly went wrong here. But anyway, I know a lot of people here because we have a lot of people in Baton Rouge that get deployed to Fort Hood or are in one of these divisions.
You would think that after the terrorist murders at Fort Hood several years ago, that they would have had a tighter control on violence in the workplace, as President Obama called it.
Well, and again,
at that particular force,
the soldier-on-soldier murders and the sexual assaults are out of control.
Hey, we hope you'll join us tomorrow on the show. A special guest on our program is going to be our dear friend Pam Bordelon. Everybody knows Pam's Party Line, the society page in The Advocate. We're going to talk to Pam about covering that beat and retiring from that beat, and just share some good memories with Pam tomorrow on the program. We hope you'll join us.
Clarence Buggs coming up in just a few. For you all out there, stay safe, stay well, happy holidays, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
God bless.